What's up, guys? Sound Scarecrow here, and welcome back to Destiny. Now, this video actually is to kind of cover up a couple of things, not cover up, but cover a couple of things about a certain weapon that people been sitting here speculating about, like trying to figure out what weapon it is it good or not, and it's all revolving around Necrochasm. Now, it's not a glitch, it's more or less coding in the game due to you can't have two exotics in one place. But once you level up Husk of the Pit to Aeon Ally and Aeon Ally to Necrochasm, if you have an exotic in any weapon slot other than your primary, and then you make Aeon Ally, which is in your primary slot, into Necrochasm, it will throw Necrochasm out of the slot into your inventory, and it will show up that you don't have a weapon in your primary, but you end up getting a black gun, which people for some odd reason are calling it the Death Gun, or Red Death Clone, or Black Death. In reality, it's nowhere near Red Death, nor does it look like it. But anyways, the one thing you need to know about Bungie is they will sometimes not be able to patch certain glitches, but they think ahead whenever they put out some like Necrochasm and all. They think, oh wait, what if Necrochasm becomes exotic and they already have exotic out? Oh, we'll just throw some random weapon in there until they change weapons. It's how video game developers kind of plan things out, is they've got to make sure they nitpick at every angle, which sometimes they mess up, but oh well. But that weapon is not really the first time it came out. See, people are like posting videos recently over the year 3 Necrochasm, but not the year 1. See, this glitch or coding has already happened in the year 1 Necrochasm. Whenever everyone got Necrochasm, they weren't really worried about it, and they probably even put it out of their slot, because Aeon Ally, Necrochasm, Husk of the Pit back then were truly not that great, so they weren't probably using it, so not many people actually knew about the default weapon. And it's not the only thing that's default. They also had a default Sparrow. Now, if you guys remember, see if I actually kept it or I deleted it. If you guys remember, back in the, yeah, I lost it. They must have took it out. Back in the Festival of the Lost, recently, like in 2016, they gave you a Sparrow. That was a broom, if you found it. And you could ride around and all that. And they, like, took out your inventories after Festival of Lost was done. What was replaced was a default Sparrow, which was probably not that good either, because default Sparrows are probably like the Sparrow you get when you first ever get your Sparrow. Same with the weapon, except this weapon that they used was not bad, but nor was it good. Some people thought it wrecked in the Crucible, but in reality it did not. You were lucky to get kills with it. I did some research, and the only gun that I could find that was closest to the actual look, the actual damage, and the actual magazine was called Sidonia AR3. I don't have a picture right now, but if you look it up in the Bungie.net. You can actually look it up yourself. Type in Sidonia AR3. The only difference is I believe there's a suppressor in the front, in the barrel, and I don't think that's there in the default weapon. But they're not going to put much thought into this weapon. They won't give it an emblem so you can actually see what it looks like. They won't give it a light level, so you'll be knocked down a lot in your light. It just, they made it black because default color black, why not? Most of the stuff when it first starts out is black, to be honest. Well, kind of a grayish look. I'm surprised I even added detail to it, but for this video, that's all I wanted to say. A lot of people were making videos about it like it just happened, like this is something new, but this happened when year 1 came out, which was 3 years ago. Like, it happened a while back. It also happened in 2016's Festival of the Lost, after Festival of the Lost ended with your Sparrow. If you had your Harry Potter broom on, it gave you a default Sparrow. It's a thinking process of Bungie to give you something there with, because they don't want you to not have a weapon or Sparrow, because that's kind of like the main point of the game is you always have it in your hands. The only time you don't have it in your hands is in the tower, but it's always going to be in that slot. There has to be a primary in that primary slot, as Sparrow in that Sparrow slot. It cannot be just empty, so they made it like that. If you like the video, please leave a like. This is actually probably one of the few times I'm ever going to be on Destiny now, since if you wait until I switch this weapon out with, say, you. 400. Yep, I finally made it to 400. It took me a little bit only because of this. The chest piece. Yeah, let's just not go into how long it took just to get the chest piece 400. Everything else would be 400 except for the chest piece. It was $3.99. But yeah, anyways. If you liked the video, again, like. If you didn't, okay. Really, not up to me anyways. Well, I will see you guys later.